Yes, today is the most beautiful kitty cat I have ever seen.
Oh, thank you. I like your costume is so adorable.
My
Look.
whole family has these. Bulldog has one. All of the kids have them, and then I have them. We used to go out to like restaurants and wear them around Halloween time. You'd see all five of us come walking in these
Mhm.
goofy. They have a tail and everything. They're
Oh,
hilarious.
do you bounce in?
Yeah. But I can't leave the hood up because otherwise I have to have it like this big old thing right on my
Yeah,
forehead.
right.
You look beautiful today, Nettie.
Thank you.
All right. So we have a spooky story today.
Yep.
Let me get over here and welcome everybody in. Lucky Dog Productions moderator Sue. She's so sweet. She always shares out the link on. She always comes in here. She's
Aw.
usually first, I think.
Yeah.
So super sweet. And we have, of course, MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless is in the chat. Hitch Up and Toe. Hello, hello. We have Backroads Art Studio. Do you see it? Do you see it? I love my drawing,
It's
painting here.
beautiful.
I love that. All right. And I think that's it for now. Oh, Buckeye Kitty. Hello, hello. I just scrolled past everybody. I apologize. We
And
also
Tommy.
have
Yeah.
Tommy Travels.
Tommy.
You are awesome.
Yep. Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. I've been talking to Becky of Roy and Becky's Travels, and she's got some ghost stories. She sent me a ghost story in an email, and I'm super excited. I think me and her are gonna do like a live stream sometime and talk about all the places that are haunted near her because she's got a lot of history in her area that
Oh,
she knows
cool.
about. So I'm getting kind of excited about getting that together.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get our story going so we don't have to miss out on any of it. Add this to the stream. I'm working with a new computer, guys, so if the camera looks completely different and if I mess anything up, please forgive me. It's a new setup for me. Oh, our story started. Hold on. Back that up. All right. This is the epitome of haunted house right here. The ghost walks out those windows and comes and stands on that second balcony, and you hear it walking above you as you're trying to go in the door or the front door. I got a story in my head already. All right. It is a beautiful house. It is. It looks beautiful. It just looks a little haunted.
Just a little.
All right, let's start the story up. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'll let you read first if you want to.
Okay. Behind the wrought iron gates at 1445 Harrison Street in Vicksburg sits a notorious McRaven home. Since being built in the late 1700s, ownership of the home has changed several times, but one thing has remained the same. It appears to be a magnet for paranormal activity.
That's because it's spooky. It's like, come here, ghost. Come stay with me. Stay in my wonderful walls. Backgrounds Art Studio says it does look spooky, especially in black and white.
Yeah.
Oop, forgot to mute my phone. From unexplainable occurrences to malevolent spirits, McRaven has definitely earned the title the most haunted house in Mississippi. MISSISSIPPI. Just in case you wondered how to spell it.
Yeah.
It looks like a house where ghosts would throw beads down to you from the balcony. Yes, like a Mardi Gras house.
Yep.
I don't know though. If a ghost is throwing beads at me, I don't know. That's a little creepy. Look at the fence. The fence is even creepy.
Yeah. McRaven House was built in 1797 by Andrew Glass in a town called Walnut Hills. Poltergeist activity had been recorded along with a Civil War soldier's ghost still wearing his Union Army uniform roaming the grounds at the McRaven House.
Still wearing his Union Army uniform and roaming the grounds. I'm just picturing all the like sounds you would hear if you're out there at night in the dark. The ghost of roaming. McRaven was a simple two-story dwelling consisting of a kitchen on the first floor and a bedroom on the second. At the time, it belonged to the notorious criminal Andrew Glass, who was known for robbing and murdering unsuspecting travelers on the Nashees? Yeah, y'all know I can't read. Trace. I've never heard of that.
It sounds perfect.
Thanks. Hello and welcome. As we were just discussing, I do not pronounce things correctly. I think you've been in here before and know that. So, Deos is what I'm going to call you. Welcome to the chat. And Thin Blue Lane RV Life, hello and welcome. Prairie Life, hello and welcome. That's always creepy when the house has like the vines and the dead leaves and like when nature and the house are combining into one. That's when it's
especially if there's a lot of flies on the window.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda Barker and Roy and Becky's Travels.
Right, Becky. Since there were no stairs, the second floor was only accessible by a ladder that was never left out because Glass feared that other criminals or the law would come for him.
Okay, so this house in today's standards looks pretty big. I mean, but back then it was considered a simple house. We found that out so far. And there were no stairs. There's only a ladder to the second story.
An outside ladder. Yep.
Did he have it built that way?
Yeah, it was built that way.
Or was like that a common thing back then? Or I don't know. That sounds so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Thin Blue Lane has a theory over here. Flies on the inside of the window usually mean dead body or spoiled food.
Yep.
That is so weird, though. Like, if you have, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go
what
climb
if the bathroom is on the first floor? You got to climb down the ladder to go to the bathroom at night? I don't know.
They probably didn't have bathrooms back then.
Yeah.
Like, they probably had those bucket things.
Oh, yeah. The little bucket in the room.
Yeah. Hey, Shanna Craft. Welcome to the room. Or chat. The room. Psychosis can't be explained logically. Ah, true.
Yeah.
All right. According to local legend, Glass returned home one night after being shot, pulled up the ladder, and had his wife finish him off so he wouldn't be hung. Glass was the first person to die in McRaven, but definitely not the last. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I don't know. If my significant other pulled up and was like, hey, finish me off, I don't think I'd be able to do that. That's bad karma for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have to carry that bad karma.
Yeah.
Here's the name of that pot that I was talking about, a chamber pot. Yes.
Chamber pot.
Shanna said, composting toilets.
Just grab some of those leaves off that window.
Yeah, the flies will help take care of anything.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Okay, is that a person or an apparition?
Apparition.
Oh no.
Just what you were talking about.
This is exactly what I was talking about. This is not okay. That is creepy looking.
It could be her, Mrs. Glass. You know?
That's her bad karma. She don't get to go anywhere. She has to stay in that house.
She's stuck on the second floor.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, a ghost can't climb a ladder. They can go through walls. Can they go through ceilings and floors? I wonder. Because gaze under the bed. I don't think I'd be looking under any beds.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's creepy.
By 1836, the Vicksburg home belonged to Sheriff Stephen Howard and his wife, Mary Elizabeth. The new owners closed in a balcony and added a set of stairs, dining room, 2 side balconies, and an upstairs bedroom.
So maybe she's not stuck up there anymore. She can use the stairs now.
Yeah, she can float down.
Oh. That gave me the chills. Imagining like a full body apparition just floating down the stairs. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Nope. If you need your chamber pot, you'd be looking under the bed. Oh, yeah, no, I might hold it. We might be holding it all night. I don't think I'd be looking under the bed.
No, give me a broom. I'll push it out.
Yeah. Just stabbing and hoping to find it.
Yeah.
Local records indicate that Sheriff Howard's 15-year-old wife, Mary Elizabeth Howard, died during childbirth in late August 1836 at the property in the upstairs bedroom soon after giving birth to the couple's son. 15. I know people got married young back then, but gosh, 15 and giving birth. I can't imagine. Backroads said, yep, not looking under the bed. Right. Funeral notice. The friends and acquaintances of late Miss Mary E. Howard are requested to attend her funeral tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. at the old family burying ground near Mr. Hammer's old place in this country. The procession to take place from S. Howard's plantation, 3 miles below Vicksburg, at 8:00 tomorrow morning, Thursday, September 1st, 1836. It's so informal to be like, yeah, down there near Hammer's old place.
Yeah.
Prairie Life said, is this in Vicksburg? It's pretty creepy.
Yes.
Seems like I need to go visit Vicksburg.
McRaven's final renovations came in 1849 when John H. Bobb from Philadelphia acquired the home. At this time, a front entry area, parlor, flying wing staircase, upstairs bedroom, and a dressing area were added.
Boy, this home just keeps getting more fancy and fancier.
Getting bigger and bigger.
A flying wing staircase. Why not add something just a little more creepy to the home? I mean, I don't know if that's creepy. It sounds creepy. They're just giving the ghosts more room to roam.
Mm-hmm.
During the Civil War era, it was known as the Bob House, and it is listed on the National Register of Historic Places as such. McRaven got its current name from the street it is located on, which was formerly called McRaven Street, but now Harrison Street. Interesting.
Yeah. Because portion of McRavens were constructed at different times and exhibit various architectural styles, the home has been referred to as a time capsule of the South. The three different styles of the home can be seen in the above photograph, moving from left to right, with the left being the original portion of McRaven.
So, no different than the Winchester Mansion. Yeah, the Winchester Mansion, they kept adding on and making it all confusing,
Oh, yeah.
which also is upsetting to Ghost, from what I understand, all that reconstruction and remodeling. Beckroth said, well, that could be confusing. It'd be nice if we could confuse Ghost. They were like, oh, I'm stuck here. I don't know how to use the stairs. See you later. I'm going downstairs. You know you live in a fancy house when you have a staircase.
Yep.
It's true. All right. So this is after all the construction.
Yeah.
I guess this, nobody can see my mouse. I always forget about that. The left part of the house is the original.
Mm-hmm.
The right is the add-on. That is adding on almost double and a half what the original house was like. It's beautiful.
Doesn't look too creepy.
Yeah, it looks more modern there. The siege of Vicksburg during the oh wait, is it your turn?
No, it's your turn.
Okay. The siege of Vicksburg during the Civil War is perhaps one of the most memorable events of the conflict. During the spring and early summer of 1863, General Ulysses S. Grant had tightened a military noose around the city. More than 200 Union guns pounded the town on a daily basis. The McRaven House was used as a field hospital for the Confederate soldiers during the battle. And there we have the creepiness.
Yeah.
Because Mansion Mom, her place was used as a hospital too, and that's got all kinds of paranormal activity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the bed and breakfast was used as a hospital, and it had a morgue in the basement and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if the whole using it as a hospital like lights everything up probably about 100 times more. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
Linda Barker says the Winchester House has stairways to nowhere, and this house has somewhere with no scare. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Can you imagine if they could come through the ceiling though? Like you're sitting downstairs and all of a sudden she just like, no. Burn the house down.
You see little legs moving first, and it goes.
All you see is her little shoes swinging in the room. Oh, no.
No.
That would be terrifying.
Ooh, that gave me goosebumps. As food ran low inside the city, and people were reduced to eating mules, horses, dogs, and even rats were sold in the butcher's shops. By late June, nearly half the Confederate Army was sick. On July 4th, 1863, the Confederates of Vicksburg finally surrendered, and the Stars and Stripes were raised above the Vicksburg courthouse.
Sorry, it is Halloween and my kids are older now. And one of them's going to a Halloween party, like a real party. Oh, mama's nervous. Yeah, he was deciding if he was going to stay home and hand out candy or he was going to go to a party. And here I am going, stay home, hand out candy. That didn't happen.
No.
All right. Let's see. After the battle, the house was as the command post for the Union Army. It was used by colonial. Did I say that right?
Colonel?
Colonel? Colonial? Yeah. I don't know. It was used by Mr. Wilson there, who was in charge of the Union troops, and a Captain McPherson, a former resident of the city. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, he looks like a ghost.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he'd be mean per se, but he does look like he would hang around.
Ghost material.
Yeah. My daughter is taking an 8-year-old to a haunted house tonight. Ooh, see, that's fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That I could, love, and I would be all for that. This is the oldest son who has graduated high school, is at that college years. You know what college years, parties and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But they were so sweet the other day that he brought his buddies back here, and they went downstairs and they played pong, where you take the ping pong ball and try to bounce it into a cup. Now, that's usually played with alcohol, okay? But they played it with soda. Bless my heart. Such a good kid. But
they're just practicing to get better for later.
They didn't want to get drunk, so they had to practice with soda first. Now they're going to like a real party, like a real college party. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? So you might be right. They might have been practicing, and I'm just clueless. We have one of those zombie hayride haunted houses where you can like ride on a hayride and have a paintball gun and you shoot the zombies.
Oh,
I think that would be fun. I've never been to that, but I think that would be fun to go do. Shinnicraft said, yep, practicing.
McPherson served as a liaison between the company troops and the residents of the town. One night, McPherson failed to return from his usual rounds and was declared missing. A search was started by the young man. Oh, but the young man was not found.
Uh-oh. He's in the basement, buried somewhere, and now he's gonna haunt it for the rest.
Stuck on the second floor.
Yeah. Several weeks later, the mister was awakened by a noise in his bedroom. He fell back asleep in his rocking chair, only to be awakened again by the motion of someone rocking the chair from behind. He leapt up, and there before him was the figure of a man. Upon closer examination, he realized it was his missing friend, Captain McPherson. I was right about Mr. McPherson.
Yes, you were. Yeah,
I don't know. Would you be comforted? And this is for everybody in the chat too. Let me know. Would you be comforted if one of your loved ones was the apparition that showed up and started rocking your chair? Or if you were in bed sleeping and your loved one that passed away came walking up to the edge of your bed? Would you be comforted by that, or would you still freak out?
I think I would freak out and then probably be like, oh, cool. But I think I would freak out.
Yeah, like I think that instantly, if you're seeing somebody that's not supposed to be here anymore, it would cause like a freak out. But
Right.
then
Yeah.
the aftermath of it, I think I would be like, let me make you a bed. Let me make you comfortable. We will find you a spot. You could just stay here forever.
Right.
Like,
Go to the basement.
yeah, we won't tell anybody because I don't want anybody locking me up thinking I'm nuts. But I would definitely find a way to keep my loved one with me as long as I could.
Yeah.
Tommy Travel says he wouldn't freak out. Shanna Craft looks like she says she would freak out. Yes. My dog, who passed away 20 years ago, still shows up in my dreams to bring comfort. Yeah, my dreams, my brother is in my dreams a lot. When I'm real stressed out and stuff, my brother will show up.
Yeah.
And he's almost see-through, and he's giving me the finger. It's not meant mean. That was his goodbye. Whenever he would like drive off, he would stick his finger out the window at me as a joke. So yeah, in my dreams, my brother comes a lot to comfort me. But I don't know if he came in real life and walked up to my bed or moved me in some way. I think I'd freak out first. Linda Barker, my sister-in-law claims she saw her grandmother rocking in a rocking chair.
Wow.
That would freak me out. Shanna Craft, I think it's one of those things that you have to experience to really know how you'd react. True. Arby Underway, thank you so much for coming in. I don't know if you heard the question, RV Underway, but we were wondering if your loved one who had passed away showed up and just showed themselves to you, walked up to the bed and said hello, or rocked a chair you were sitting in. Would you freak out, or would you just welcome him? Like, just, hey, how you doing? And try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I would love to have my husband come back, but having a warm-blooded husband would be important. Yeah, having those hugs and not having to like, that's another problem. If you try to hug your loved one, you go right through them.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't know whose turn it is to read. I've done too much talking.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Joy turned to horror as he noticed that the side of the captain's head was mutilated and his clothes torn and wet. The captain weakly stated that he had been beaten and thrown into the river by a former Confederate. He told the colonel that his murder should not be avenged, for he did not want the next generation to grow up hating them like this one did.
So he gave him the whole lowdown on the situation.
Yeah, he did.
They had a nice long chat. Wonder if he poured him some whiskey and said, let's have a seat.
Rocking in the chair.
Just keep rocking me. That keeps me calm. John Chalker, hello. Happy Halloween. All right. No. That's the stuff of nightmares right there. No. That's like a museum. Never go in it, never stay in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Fordman.
Hey, Fordman.
He cannot tag people. He is on his phone. I understand that. It is hard. Right. Captain McPherson's ghost, still wearing his Union Army uniform, has been seen roaming the grounds at the McRaven House during the day and haunts the streets of Vicksburg by night. Now, I may have not been listening very well. The head, when he appeared again, was it still all messed up or did it look normal? Did they say?
It was mutilated.
It still was mutilated? Yeah, I thought that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he's walking around with a mutilated head. That would be terrifying.
And apparently he's all wet. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. So Linda Barker said, I've dreamt my late husband was lying beside me in bed. It's been 16 years and doesn't happen very often now. I don't think it was a ghost, just a dream. Yeah. I feel like since we don't dream of them often, that maybe it is their ghost. At least I like to think of it that way.
Yeah. Almost a year after the siege in May of 1864, John Bob had McRaven House returned to him. Soon after moving back in, he found a group of 6 drunken Union soldiers picking flowers from his garden.
They're just out there singing show tunes and picking flowers. It sounds like that's too odd to make up. You know that's a true story because that is just 6 drunken soldiers picking flowers in his garden. Like, why would that even be what you would make up? My father visited me on the day he died and told me which song to sing at his funeral. Very peaceful. I love that story.
Yeah.
That was R.V. Underway.
Yeah.
Very good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
John H. Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hello, Bob. Bob, angry, ordered them to leave immediately. The soldiers cursed at him and refused to leave. So John picked up a brick and threw it at them, knocking a sergeant to the floor. The soldiers left, vowing to come back for revenge. Why would he be angry? I guess because he liked his flowers.
I think because he finally got his house back, because they basically used it for, the Union soldiers took it over. And now they're like, yeah.
Get out of here. It's my house. You guys stay
I'm
away.
finally back in my house and you're picking my flowers.
Got it.
Yeah. Bob reported the incident to Federal Commander at Vicksburg, General Henry W. Slocum, who dismissively said he would abolish those responsible.
Till he finds out they're ghosts.
Yeah.
Those men don't exist. Upon returning to the gates of his home, Bob was met by 25 Union troops who took him to the Stouts Bayou, about 100 yards from the house, and fatally shot him in the head and back. Bob's death was the first recorded act of violence perpetrated by Union troops after the siege. What? Holy cow. Talk about bad luck. He finally gets his house back. Man.
He's going to be an angry ghost.
Oh, yeah, he is. That house needs to never have anybody live in it because he ain't going to like that.
Mm-mm. John Bob's ghost often appears to visitors in a room just off McRaven's main foyer. His apparition is usually stood in the corner of the room. His ghost has also been seen at Stouts Bayou, at the spot where he was murdered. The ghosts of Civil War soldiers are seen in the grounds of the house, by startled tourists from time to time.
I want to be one of those tourists. I know I sit here and talk about how I don't want to see a ghost, but I like being scared. I like I like it. I want to see somebody's feet come dangling from I'm not saying that I would like not run from the house screaming, but that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look near as terrifying as the other picture looked.
Yeah.
Furniture was so fancy back in the day. Now it's all about comfort, but like the marble top tables and
Oh, yeah.
so
They had good
beautiful.
style.
Hmm. My grandmother, I remember I was like 10. She had a couch like this, but it was white with the wood. And she kept plastic over it. But it was her living room furniture. That's what she used as her living room furniture. Was a sofa like that. I was like, that can't be comfortable. But beautiful. McRaven House was eventually sold to William Murray in 1882. Murray and his wife Ellen Flynn raised 4 daughters and 3 sons in McRaven. William Murray died at the house in 1911. His wife Ellen died there in 1921, and their daughter Ida died in 1946, and a son died in 1950. Wow. Well, I guess Bob wasn't too mean to him.
Yeah. They were there a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time McRaven was put up for sale in 1960, it had become so overgrown with weeds and vines that many residents were unaware of its existence. But the new owners, the Bradleys, saw McRaven's potential, restored the home, and opened it for tours. Not long after, the home was placed on the National Register of Historic Places.
So this house has generations of ghosts. That's what it sounds like. Not only does it have all of the families that have passed
Mhm.
away and the owners that have passed away, but it also has the fact that it was a hospital. I'm sure that soldiers and all of that passed away there too. So yeah,
Yeah.
this place has a lot of potential for haunting. I wonder, you may know this, it may be coming up, but do they have like rooms where people can stay at night, or is it just simply go in and tour it?
I believe it's just going and tour it.
Gotcha. Be interesting if you could like stay overnight and
Yeah.
do investigation. This property has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of the Interior.
Interior.
Didn't know we had a Department of Interior.
Yeah.
In 1984, Lyland French purchased McRaven and did further restoration. French was the first owner since the Murrays to reside in the house. Aside from a modern kitchen and bathroom in its basement, McRaven has remained largely unchanged since the 19th century.
It has a basement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might shove you down there, and I'll just stay. Just kidding. Hey, Shakathon. Uh-oh, did I miss a page? Hold on.
No. Yeah, that's what you just read.
Yeah, I just read that. So I guess that's the fence blocking off the property.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was when it was all like overgrown.
When it was overgrown. Correct.
Thanks, Prairie Life, for coming in. Let's see. Jen Chalker said, it sounds like it has a rich haunted history. It sounds like it is a very rich haunted history. And then it's like a polka dot playhouse Connecticut. Yeah, we're gonna look into that place.
Mhm.
I want to learn more about that place. All right, your turn.
Reports of paranormal activity are spread throughout the house. The center of activity seems to be the middle bedroom upstairs, the room where Mary Elizabeth Howard died during childbirth. Her ghost has been seen in the corner of the room and on the bed where she passed away.
I'm sure that's probably. I'm not saying that other deaths aren't as equally painful, but a mother giving birth to a child and then having to leave.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if that happened with me, I don't know if I'd leave. I think I'd hang around as a ghost too. And not that I'd want to haunt, I just want to be close to my baby. You know
and
what I
so
mean?
young too.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. The bedside lamp in the room is reported to turn on and off, seemingly at will. Mary Elizabeth's ghostly apparition has appeared on the house's flying wing staircase and in the dining room.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, she's all over the place. Um, Ew, please tell me that's not the same bed from back in the day. I hope not. I hope not.
Mary Elizabeth wedding shawl is displayed at the house. Some people say it emits heat, while others claim it feels as if it is going to jump out of their hands. Apparently, they can hold it.
Like hold it and touch it. I
Yeah.
don't know. If something started like having heat in it that was like a I don't think I'd keep holding it.
No.
Ooh, there's more. Yeah, there is more. We got about 15 minutes left of it. That is a big old mirror.
Oh yeah.
I
Um,
don't get it. Okay, I know I'm talking about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with ghosts, but look how big and beautiful that mirror is. Now, back in the day, they had to transport that stuff without breaking it. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, we have bubble wrap, we have cars, we have like boxes, we have all these things to protect stuff, and it still arrives broken half the time. So I don't understand how back in the day they were able to transport all this beautiful stuff without breaking any of it.
ugh,
Um, two guys, do you know if this place is registered as a haunted place? Because a lot of places are registered on a national haunted place. Is it registered as haunted or is it just registered as historic? Do you know?
I don't.
All right. For sure, she wants to stay and look after her family. Yes.
Hmm.
Shocked. I like to haunt all my exes, especially the ones that still work at 7-Eleven. Shakatan, you're something else. Um, let's see. That's just weird. Why would you want to touch a wedding shawl? Seems
I
very
know.
personal. Yeah. Especially since that's the 15-year-old that passed away. That's
Yeah.
why would anybody still have that? Why wouldn't that have been passed down to her family? You know what I mean? I'm sure that there's
Yeah.
generations of that family left. I am not good at English, so I am not going to attempt to pronounce your name, but I am going to say hello and welcome to the
Mhm.
chat. I have an ex. Oh, shocked on. I am not saying that one out loud, but that is funny. All right. I think it's your turn, right?
Okay. Not long after current owner Leland French had purchased the property, a tour guide was bringing a group through the house when one of the tours asked if the piano in the parlor worked.
Dun dun dun. Sue, it's lovely to see you. How are you and Bob? Oh, you're a friend of Sue's. All right.
Mhm.
Roy and Becky. I have a list of my future haunties. Oh, I have some people I'm coming back for sure. Back in the day, 1950s, my mom had a fox stole like a shawl, but made a fox head with fur attached. How did something that creepy ever get
Yeah.
popular? I don't know. I know that a lot of those, I've seen those, and I
Yeah.
think they're creepy, but
Big old
also,
head.
well, you just walk around petting it all day. Like, that's too funny. All right.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. The guide pressed a key to find out that, in fact, did not work. When the group was exploring the bedrooms, the sound of a beautiful waltz was heard from the piano in the parlor. The guide quickly made her way downstairs, but found the room empty. Okay, that is something that I know for sure would make me pee myself because music makes everything more scary or makes you feel emotions all more
Mm-hmm.
intense. I was supposed to get a fox thing, but my stepmom refused to take it from her mother. Ah, yeah, I don't know what I would do with one of those if I inherited it. Like, would you lay it out in the living room so you could walk by and pet it like an animal? Would you wear it? What would you do if you inherited one? There is a thing of registered places haunted in the interior CC.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
As time passed, the disturbance got worse. The atmosphere became oppressive. A new demonic presence seemed to roam the house. Oh no.
Well, now there's a demon? That's one of them soldiers.
Yeah. Or Bob. I could see Bob being mad.
Oh, yeah, Bob could have come back mad.
Yeah.
He might not like the new owners. Not long after, French was pushed to the ground by an unseen force. He fell down face first, broke his glasses, and required stitches. Another time, a drawer mysteriously slammed on French's hand with such force that it broke both of his thumbs. Holy cow. That's because he's letting everybody touch that thing.
Yeah.
Wedding shop. Um, I'm coming back as a hemorrhoid so I can be a pain in the butt. Some tourists left some bad juju behind.
Yeah.
My dad worked at his church's thrift store and gave my mom stuff to them. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. The whole having like if I owned a haunted place, I think I'd be following any guests that I had around because I wouldn't want them to like summon up a demon if I didn't have a demon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they don't have to live there. They don't care what they summon.
Mhm.
So
This last instant persuaded him to move from McRaven. The photo was taken in one of the McRaven's bedrooms. Notice how the lady on the right is transparent. It's creepy.
oh. Oh,
And I'm like, who are the other two on the left? They look creepy too.
they do. Like
Right?
it looks almost like the camera kind of moved during the shot.
Yeah.
It's like everything's blurred. Also, is that a thumb on the left or is that another person? If that is a person, that is a creepy looking person. The
You know
very left.
what? I thought it was a person, but now it actually does look like a thumb.
I mean, I see the lady in the yellow and white dress, and then I see another person that's got like
Uh-huh.
something white and their head kind of bent down. And then next to that person on the left, it looks like maybe a thumb.
Yeah.
or a blob. But the see-through person,
You can
that's
see that.
creepy.
Yeah.
Even if the camera was moving, this is from a photography standpoint. Even if the
Mhm.
camera was moving, it would cause a blur, definitely, but you would not be able to see through a person to the wall behind them. Like,
Yeah.
that is not a possibility. Double exposure. Maybe. I mean, that depends. Is that a digital image or is that a print image? But even like still, see the statue on the table?
Yeah.
You can't see through the solid parts of that statue. You can't see through that to the wall. If that was a solid person and the camera moved quickly, you would not be able to see through them to the wall. They would have like blurry edges, sure, but no, that's not.
Mm-mm.
Also, the face, if you look real close and real long, that looks like a witch's face. Like the nose.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thumb with a bald head behind it. Possibly. I thought it was a thumb. Double exposure. Still here listening. Thank you so much. The one on the right reminds me of Annabelle.
I can't watch
Oh,
that movie. That movie freaks me out.
Chakatan, you're on a Riverdale rant right now. I have not seen all of Riverdale. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. All right. That is creepy.
It
Being able to
is.
see through them. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. French's supernatural encounters were only the beginning. In the years that followed, the Vicksburg home became the site of a number of unexplainable mysteries, such as doors slamming, lights flickering on and off, alarm clocks going off in the middle of the night, and of course, sightings of former occupants. Dun dun dun. The translucent figure looks human, but not human. Yeah, like
Mhm.
maybe it is a former person that lived there. It is creepy. Um, this looks like a legitimate ghost picture. I have seen others, and I can detect when they are false and fraudulent. Shakata, they have not. The show that's sorry. I am reading your comments, Shakata. But it's so off subject. That's why I'm not putting them up on the screen. But jumping off subject really quick, the show that we should talk about on here one day is Glee. Have you ever heard of the show Glee? It was like high school and they would sing
Oh
songs.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So many of their cast members have passed away.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting to talk about because it's like the curse of being on that show, and so many of them have passed away. Oh my goodness, poltergeist. All right.
The dominoes pictured were left stacked up at closing one night. By morning, they were scattered about.
So that's the kind of stuff that would freak me out, is stuff moving.
Yeah, it's just all over the place.
Mm-mm. That's like that ghost has power to like come up and slap me if it wants. If it can move stuff, it can slap me. One of the home's most haunted rooms is the upstairs bedroom in which Mary Elizabeth passed away. Witnesses have reported that the lights in the room turn on and off by themselves, as well as an impression of a body suddenly appearing on the bed. No.
Oh, no. For quite some time, Mary Elizabeth's wedding shawl, which was on display in the home, several visitors have claimed to feel a presence pulling the shawl from their hands. Another hotspot for paranormal activity is Mr. Glass's old room. In one instance, a tour guide was in the room when a chair suddenly slammed onto the ground on its own.
Yeah, see, that's another one of those. That ghost is moving a chair. It can definitely come up and slap you. Um,
Yeah.
Stuff moving and sounds are normally poltergeist activity. Linda Barker said it could have been a cat with the dominoes. It's like my kitchen. I come down in the morning and things are everywhere. The sink is full of dishes, and you're like, where did they come from?
Yeah.
Linda, good point. Yep, Linda, cat. All right. Mr. Bob has been seen on several different occasions, even appearing in the middle of a tour. Yeah, he's like, get out of my house.
Yeah.
So don't put dominoes and Mary Elizabeth in her room. You might get smacked by one. All of a sudden, they just start throwing a bunch of them across the room, one by one.
Yeah.
Can't escape the room because you're stepping on dominoes.
Since McRaven played such an important role in the Civil War, several spirits are believed to be fallen soldiers.
Yeah, I would guess since it was
Yeah.
known but to God, unknown Confederate dead, 1863. Least we forget. Dedicated May 2000. They're like, let's give you a tombstone so you will be quiet now.
Yeah.
There's another thing you guys need to know. Where are these girls getting all their power from? Before they can move anything, they have to have a power source. True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much for listening in while you're doing other things. Oh my goodness, don't put Legos in their house. Double the horror. um, Shanacraft, I've heard like investigators that go in with cameras and have their batteries charged completely up. They'll have like 10 batteries with them. They'll go through all 10 of those batteries in a haunted house because the spirits are draining the batteries to gain power to be able to talk or whatever. But if they went out on a photo shoot, they may only use one of those, batteries. So I think that may be what he's meaning about draining power.
Mm-hmm. The ghost of William Murray is still seen by visitors, usually at the top of the flying wing staircase. Murray's wife and daughter's ghosts haunt the grounds of the house. You have the best chance of seeing these spirits early in the morning or at dusk.
Could you imagine if you were like standing at the bottom of the stairs and all of a sudden they come, like a ghost comes sliding down the banister?
Yeah.
Forget taking the stairs. I'm just going to slide down the banister.
And it's one of those spiral.
Shakaton. I'm not saying that out loud. It's too funny.
There it is.
So that's the wing staircase, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. That is a creepy staircase.
Oh, there's
Door.
a picture. I thought it was a person, but it's a picture up there at the top.
Yeah, that looks like an old-fashioned picture. Doors were also so much bigger back in the day. Look how big that door frame is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so big. McRaven's paranormal activity has been documented by A&E, the Travel Channel, and 48 Hours. Oh, wow. Wow. The electric bill must be horrifying for a haunted house then, right? He said, that's what I'm trying to say. Where are they getting that power from for do all these things? Because, yeah. All right. There has to be a power source. Yeah, I would assume it's from like people with their cameras, batteries, phones, or, you know, like they said, the electric bill is probably sky high.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, my daughter won't go to any real haunted place. You know what, Becky? I wish you were here with me. We could hit up some haunted places. That means the place is a registered haunted place. Ah, all right. Yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of history there. I didn't know it had even half that history that it had.
Yeah, I was surprised when I was doing the research that it had so much history. And, you know, we were actually in Vicksburg, Mississippi. We went to the Coca-Cola Museum. I had no idea that that place existed. So that was pretty interesting when I found out the location.
That is a lot of history for
Mm-hmm.
one place. Um, this is where the Energizer Bunny stops going. Energizer Bunny's like, stop taking my batteries there. I want nothing to do with this nonsense. Oh, all right. So we just hit our hour, so we're running over a little bit. I don't know who else is up today because it's Halloween. I don't know really what's
Yeah.
going on. Have you ever looked into Adma's mansion in Deadwood, South Dakota? No, but
Mm.
we will definitely add that to our list.
Yeah.
We will look into that. Okay, we have a raid for Land Cloud Adventures.
Oh, great.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's all head over there. I know I ran over, so I'm going to cut this kind of short, the ending here, but we really appreciate everyone coming. I know Sundays are my absolute favorite day of the week. So,
Mine too.
all
Happy
right.
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way.
Bye.
Bye.
So you don't know what you're doing, and the walls are closed.